I'm here from the Banksia Awards 36th anniversary, and we're here with the beautiful Simona from I'm Plastics Free in Queensland. And congratulations on the award. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling absolutely excited. I will be honest with you, I did not expect to win this. So I'm very, very excited and also emotional. Yes.
And I saw that on stage, and you gave such a beautiful speech. How does it mean to you from I'm Plastics Free to win the award from Banksia tonight?
It has been a very long commitment. It all started in 2018 when I started the business and pivoted multiple times until I found the right business model. But I knew that actually my vision was very strong. I really wanted to bring non-toxic plastic alternatives to consumers. I just needed to find the right way how to do so. And ultimately, I found a way that it was a good option.
And such an amazing cause, because, we see plastics and everything these days, and I love the story that you shared on stage. What's been the biggest challenge that you've seen and overcome with I'm Plastics?
Yes, one of the biggest challenges is obviously consumer behaviors. It's very hard for people to make the right choice or to choose non-plastic alternatives because everywhere you go, everything is made of plastics, right? So I thought, what if there was a platform that would provide quite of an easy way for consumers to find products that are not made of plastics, that are made of, for example, natural fibers, like natural beddings or clothing made of natural fibers and so on. And so I found that there wasn't a platform like this. And so I invented my own, pretty much. I decided to find my own. And it took a lot of years to find the right business models. But now I found that through a .com domain, I was able to reach a good audience in the US, for example, in the UK, Australia, Canada. And I see that there is more and more awareness about microplastics and more people that are looking for such solutions.
Amazing. And it's wonderful. You do such a beautiful work. What would you give anyone in advice who's going to go into something similar in your space to go, obviously you're the market leader in this area, you won a gold award. If someone's coming through in their early days, what would be the one piece of advice that you'd want to leave with them to say this is something that you really need to consider based on your own experience as well as the company's?
Yes, I would like to say just start very basic, very little. For example, start researching about microplastics and very little tips that I can give. For example, start looking at your tea bags, for example. Look at your tea bags. Is there any plastics in your tea bag? Try to find the research. Come to our platform, see the research that we have made. Or what about salt? What about kettles? Are you boiling in a kettle that is made of plastic? Maybe reconsider this and try to do this for your own health and the health of your children, the future generations. This is all what is behind I'm Plastic Free.
Wow, so beautiful. And in terms of them, what would be the one thing that you've overcome as an organization? The one thing that really sticks out that says, this is the one thing that, moved the needle for us in terms of an organization. This was a challenge and this is how we overcame it.
Yes, some of the challenges, of course, to grow as a small self-funded organization. But the motivation that I have behind is way bigger than this. And this award gives me the motivation to continue because I know that this is needed and I didn't do this for the money. I repeat this every day. I just need it because it needed to be done. And I'm doing this. But when I receive comments from my audience, for example, that they are either immunocompromised or they have health issues, they want to conceive and they're not able to conceive, and they're trying to find products that are not toxic, plastic-free, and made with materials that are safe for their health, that just motivates me to go on. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I will grow step by step, steadily, and it's just the biggest motivators for me.
It's so beautiful because we see so much plastic everywhere that we look. And to your point, there's so much happening in the medical space around the fact that we don't even realize how much we're consuming in terms of plastics. What's the one thing that you'd say in terms of, any metrics that are out there that around how you're measuring yourself as an organization to how do we move the needle to go, what is sustainability doing to us and from a KPI point of view, and how you measure that from a business point of view?
Yes. One of my metrics being in an online business is, of course, website traffic. And I can only measure what I've been able to achieve so far. And within the last 5 years, I've been able to achieve over 1 million impressions globally and over 500,000 organic clicks to my articles. I think one of the reasons why the articles have performed well, it's because they're all linked to studies published in peer-reviewed journals. So when I'm linking to key facts or statistics, I always provide the source of where I found those statistics. And this is because before coming to Australia, I used to work in medical devices. So it was extremely important to me. It's not me saying this, it is the studies saying this. And I know the studies is yet inconclusive. There is still a lot of work to do within the field, but it's growing. There is a growing body of research within this field. And it will, I think, only a matter of time until we know more about this.
Beautiful. And data is so important. Data tells such a good story in terms of where we are and where we're heading. What would be the one piece of advice that you'd say to anyone who's looking at coming into this area around, how do I then do my little part around how to be plastic free in my own life? What would be that one piece of advice that you'd want to leave with anyone?
Yes, I would just say, don't be overwhelmed. Just start with little steps, being that, for example, removing single-use plastics from your life just as a first step, and then go a step further as you can with every step you can. For example, from a toothbrush, from going to having a look at your kitchen and not having to boil anything in hot plastics, just having a look at the articles that we have written on our site. That is already a very good body of work that will help you find alternatives without overwhelm, because this is ultimately the goal of I'm Plastic Free. I know I never had time to find this alternative, but I wanted to find them. And so I thought, why don't I find it easier for other people to do this? So I do all of this work, not for nothing, basically for other people, so that they don't have time. It's not a problem. They can find already some of the solutions out there. And it doesn't mean that it's all perfect, but it at least a step forward into the right direction.
Beautiful. And like you say, awareness is such a big thing. In terms of yourself then, where to from here? What's next for you in your journey? What would you want to achieve in the next, say, between now and the end of the year, and then going forwards between the next 3, 5, 10 years? What does that look like for yourself?
I would like I'm Plastic Free to be the platform of choice where to find non-toxic plastic alternatives all over the world. Would be already like a goal for the next 5 years. I hope to find partners that are able to bring me along this journey and build a team and grow this together, because I'm very, very, very not focused, but convinced. That's the word I was looking for. I'm very convinced that this is needed around the world. And I can see this because I received a lot of comments from my audience through my articles that all of these solutions are indeed needed.
100% they're needed. Thank you so much. Celebrate tonight. Have a beautiful event. Thank you so much for sharing your story on stage. You've been absolutely fantastic. And have a great and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.